causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello Gorgeous.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hey there, I have a question for you. Is your roof asphalt and does it look like it needs replacement? Did you get quotes and were you in sticker shock? Would you like to save not hundreds, but thousands of dollars? Did you call RoofMax? Well, call RoofMax with their patent-pending technology, which can add years to your roof without needing to replace it. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone for a free quote. Plus, they use state-of-the-art satellite technology to measure your roof. So, if your roof is over 7 years old, then you should call RoofMax today at 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
Dad's service to our country is something we're so proud of. He made a difference and set a great example. Now it's our turn to honor the sacrifices he made for our family and this country. As veteran specialists, Hires Baxley Funeral Service helps us celebrate Dad's life and can help you too. Hires Baxley is here for you during your time of need or when planning for the future. For more information, call 352-484-0891 or visit hiresbaxley.com/choice.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
New arrivals and new savings are waiting for you at Blockers Furniture. With over 80,000 square feet of the best selection and best prices you can find on furniture, mattresses, home accents, accessories, and more. And with new trucks arriving weekly, Blockers has the best available in-stock selection. Unlike many other furniture companies that will have you waiting for months to get what you want or need, come see everything that Blockers has to offer. Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, next to Hobby Lobby.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Coming up in the 10 o'clock hour. Has there been a threat made against the United States for use of nuclear weapons? Sure seems so. We'll get into that about what one of the Russian secretaries said today in a 550-word address that he made that talks about nuclear explosions if the U.S. keeps going. We will get into that in the 10 o'clock hour. Right now, I want to tell you about some road closings in our area, though. You can expect a road closure along Northeast 35th Street. It's going to be between the intersections of Northeast 36th Avenue and the entrance of Cahadjo Park. That's located on 35th Street. It's going to start Friday at 6 a.m., go through next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Now, these dates are subject to change due to weather and unforeseen conditions. But Southern Commercial Development, a subcontractor for CSX Transportation, are going to be doing emergency repair at the railroad crossing east of Northeast 36th Avenue. Workers and equipment will be located in the county right-of-way. Crews will place barricades and signs to detour traffic around the zones. Travelers should avoid this closure area and use alternate routes. Adverse weather conditions, unforeseen circumstances may affect schedules. If you want more information, you can contact the Office of County Engineer at 352-671-8686. Again, they're going to have some road closures along Northeast 35th Street between the intersections of Northeast 36th Avenue and Cahadjo Park, the entrance to Cahadjo Park. It's going to start Friday at 6 a.m., this Friday, March 25th, 6 a.m., and go through Tuesday, the 29th at 6 p.m. Of course, all those dates are subject to change due to weather or unforeseen conditions. If you want more information or if you have any questions, contact the county engineer at 352-671-8686. Also, you can expect temporary lane closures on Southwest 60th Avenue between the intersections of Southwest 34th Street and Southwest 20th Street on Friday. Miller Pipeline will be making water and sanitary sewer connections. Equipment and personnel will be in the right-of-way. Barricades will be put up to direct traffic through the work zones. Expect delays. Use alternative routes when possible. As with the last road closure, adverse weather conditions or unforeseen circumstances can affect the schedule. And, of course, you can also contact the county engineer, the Office of the County Engineer, 671-8686 if you have any questions about this road closure. There's going to be temporary lane closures, not road closures, just temporary lane closures on Southwest 60th Avenue between the intersections of Southwest 31st Street and Southwest 20th Street. That will take place this Friday as they're putting in water and sanitary sewer connections. So if you got any questions, call the county engineer, 352-671-8686. That Cahadjo Park closing between 36 and Cahadjo Park, that's a really well-traveled area. And they got that railroad crossing there is a dangerous area. And so they're going to make emergency repairs to that one. So that lane closure is much needed. That road closure is much needed to fix that railroad crossing. That railroad crossing is atrocious. If you've ever been across that railroad crossing, you know that it is a danger. It's a very rough railroad crossing, and a lot of trains go across that. I live just down from that area, and I would venture to say 18 to 20 trains a day go through there. That's a lot of usage, I would think. And that train track is just horrible. That train crossing is terrible on 35th right there, just after 36, going east of 36. That train crossing is horrible. So I'm glad they're doing something to fix that train crossing. 622-9622 is the number to call if you want to be a part of the program. Text message. Somebody texted and said, Tom, something has to be done with the rental issues in our town. It's not so much that that big corporations own the homes. It's there just are no homes to rent, period. It's a problem. And I know it's a problem. I had a friend who sold his home. It closed yesterday. And he was frantically searching for an apartment or someplace to go because he sold his home. They had to be out. It closed. The new people now own the home, and his family still had no place to move. They couldn't find an apartment. They couldn't find a townhome. They couldn't find a rental house. They hadn't bought the new house yet. They hadn't closed on the new house that they purchased. So basically, his family's homeless right now because the housing market in our area is so behind. Like I said, that news reporting, the show on the weekend, said that the National Real Estate Federation says that there are about 4 million homes behind in building. So That's quite a deficit, 4 million homes. We're talking about just single-family homes. Not talking about apartments, townhomes, or anything like that. We're talking about we're 4 million homes in the hole behind just in single-family housing. That's a big deficit. And, we didn't build pretty much after the Great Recession for 10 years. Building wasn't a priority. Now it is again all of a sudden, but we're way behind the 8 ball in the number of homes available for people to move into and live in. We'll be right back up this time out. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
President Biden travels today on a 4-day trip that will test his ability to navigate the continent's worst crisis since World War II. He'll meet with key allies in Brussels and Warsaw this week. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan.
He will work with allies on longer-term adjustments to NATO force posture on the eastern flank. He will announce joint action on enhancing European energy security and reducing Europe's dependence on Russian gas at long last.
A tornado hit New Orleans and nearby suburbs Tuesday, destroying some homes and knocking out power to roughly 16,000 homes. At least one person was killed in Arabi, Louisiana. Local officials say several others were injured, and the tornado caused widespread damage in St. Bernard's Parish. It was on this day in 1983, Barney Clark dies 112 days after becoming the world's first recipient of a permanent artificial heart. USA Radio News.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
Why a remarkable and edible succulent is becoming more popular. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
I'm Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Freed. Everyone knows Florida grows the world's best produce. From citrus to strawberries, watermelon to blueberries, our produce growers feed our families and the world. With over $125 million in annual revenue for growers, the Fresh from Florida program helps Florida farmers stay competitive in a tough marketplace. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
If your soil could talk, what would it say? If it's healthy, it may already be saying some good things about your future, because farmers who use soil health building systems that include no-till, cover crops, and diverse species and rotations report greater productivity, profitability, and resiliency to weather extremes. Learn more about what your soil is saying about its health and your future. Contact your local USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service office today. This message brought to you by USDA and this radio station.
Sea beans is becoming more and more popular for good reasons. They taste fantastic with a slightly salty, grassy flavor and crisp, refreshing texture. It's not the easiest plant to grow, but if you can make it happen, you'll be rewarded with one of the most delicious veggies you'll ever taste. Not only can it add some diversity to your garden, but it will make you feel like you're near the beach every time you look at it. Growing sea beans in a container is a smart idea because you can control the temperature and light exposure to give it the optimal environment. When it comes to growing sea beans, moisture is your friend and also your enemy. The plant prefers regularly wet soil, but waterlogged soil will kill it. Constantly wet roots are the enemy of sea beans. That means you'll likely need to water often if you don't have regular rain. Don't let more than the top inch of the soil dry out, but make sure the roots aren't sitting in water for weeks at a time. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
when it really counts. Depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today with a gusty thunderstorm this afternoon, which can bring damaging winds, high 89 to 91. Cloudy and warm tonight with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, and a low of 70 to 74. Then Thursday we'll have thunderstorms, severe early, bringing downpours, large hail, damaging winds, even a tornado, high 76 to 88. And partly sunny Friday. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Olga.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Wednesday, this weekend is Marion County Day. You want to go out and take in that event Saturday. It's going to be from 10 to 3 at 10 to 2, excuse me, at the McPherson Center. The History Museum, the Marion County Museum of History and Archaeology, for Marion County Day, they're going to have some historical speakers. And I want to give you the list of the people that are scheduled to speak. At 10 a.m., Marion County will play at the Marion. There'll be a 10-minute history. There'll be a Marion County history video played. At 10:30, Marion County Sheriff's Office Director of PIO, Paul Bloom, will give the history of the Marion County Sheriff's Office. From 11 to 12, Joe Vogue will give the Ma Barker shootout of 1935, what really happened. At 12 o'clock, East Marion School Centennial, that'll be presented by Elaine McCreary. At 12:30, Lizzie Jane gives a composite of pioneer Marion County women. Dee Collier will portray the Marion County women. At 1 o'clock, the history of Black Marion County, presented by Cynthia Graham Wilson. And then they wrap up with 1:30, the history of Ross Allen's Reptile Institute, as presented by Robert Smith, Jr. So those are the speakers that will be giving you a unique look at the history of Marion County on Marion County Day. This is the 26th of March is when it's going to be. And there'll be a brief history video to kick off the festivities at 10 o'clock. Then Paul Bloom will talk about the history of the Marion County Sheriff's Office at 10:30. Joe Vogue will talk about the Ma Barker shootout of 1935, what really happened. That's from 11 to 12. At 12 o'clock, the East Marion School Centennial will take place, presented by Elaine McCreary. At 12:30, Lizzie Jane will give a composite of pioneer Marion County women, which is being portrayed by Dee Collier. At 1 o'clock, the history of Black Marion County will be presented by Cynthia Graham Wilson. And, of course, they will wrap up the festivities at 1:30 with the history of Ross Allen Reptile Institute by Robert Smith, Jr. So if you're going to Marion County Days, there's going to be quite a list of speakers that will shed some light on the history of Marion County, some of the aspects of the history of Marion County. That Ross Island Reptile Institute, the Robert Smith presentation, it's going to be a great presentation. And if if you're from here or you remember going to Silver Springs as a kid, even if you're not from here, Ross Island is a big deal. Ross Allen and Bruce Mozart probably were the two biggest deals at Silver Springs. Ross Allen for his reptile shows, and Bruce Mozart for inventing the underwater camera. So those are two big deals at Silver Springs. And they're going to have a Ross Allen presentation at Marion County Day, which is this Saturday at the McPherson Complex. So we hope you turn out and go to Marion County Day. Some great speakers will be presenting some of the history of Marion County. Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Good morning, Tom.
Morning, Hugh.
See, I'm at that railroad crossing right now that you're referring to. That's in bad shape, and let me tell you, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
And it looks like they're going to be doing some work here. Nothing going on right now, but it's quite a. I think it's pretty dangerous myself.
They're doing it Friday through Tuesday. I mean, Hugh, you know, you live right out there. I live right out there. Even if you slow down to go over that railroad crossing, you feel like your car can get away from you. You feel like your car could get away from you.
Exactly right. And you know that railroad, because I live close, it's a very, very busy railroad, especially at night. I would say at least every half an hour a train's going through there, you know. And during the daytime, not so much. But I think they purposely are doing that nighttime so it doesn't cause any traffic problems and stuff, you know.
I live about a third of the mile from the railroad track as the crow flies. The only thing separating me from that railroad track is a big cow pasture. And we audibly hear that the trains that go by every night. And you're right. Once the sun sets, it gets ramped up where every 30 or 45 minutes. And we're not talking about a train that's, 25, 30 cars. These are trains that are over 100 cars that are going by. And they go by every 30, 45 minutes.
I counted trains that were over 200, if you can believe it. And I don't know what happened. They relocated the railroad to not go through the Orlando area because of, I don't know, population and passenger trains and stuff. So they did it. They came through Marion County by us, and it's interesting too. I live probably closer than a third of a mile. It's like in moments in my backyard, and it's interesting. Some trains they have to go. I think there's about between 6 and 8 crossings, and some trains never blow their whistle once. And sometimes a train will blow his whistle maybe half of the time. So it's kind of interesting. I think we're told if there's no traffic by your crossing, not to blow the horn to bother people that live close by. I think that's what the situation is.
Well, those trains, and they go all hours of the night. When I was getting over my back surgery and all, my sleep schedule was different because pain keeps you awake. You would hear those trains 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, just running down the tracks. It's a very busy track, and it gets much busier after the sun sets.
Oh, absolutely. I would say right, exactly. Starting around 7, 8, 9 o'clock or whatever, you've got a train going through there about at least a half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I mean, all night long. It's just unbelievable.
And for them to have to do emergency repairs on that crossing's been in bad shape for a while. I mean, if you're doing the speed limit on that road and you hit that railroad crossing, it almost feels like you go airborne. And that's doing the speed limit. That's doing the speed limit.
The speed limit's 40 miles an hour, and most people are going 45, 50. And if you're not familiar with that crossing, you hang on for dear life.
Yeah, it's a very, very rough crossing, and they've been fixing the crossings. They fixed the crossing on 25th. They fixed the crossing on 19th. They've been fixing the crossings, but this one's in really bad shape. And they're going to close. They're going to close 35th between 36th Avenue and Cohadjo Park. That's going to be a major closure because a lot of people use that road.
Yeah, exactly. You said what? Friday they're going to start?
Friday at 6 a.m. through Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Okay, I'm glad to know that because usually when I go shopping at Walmart or that same town, I do take that route.
Well, now you got to go up. By the way, now you got to go up over the overpass and go behind the Ocala Civic Theater as your shortcut.
That's a nice shortcut too. That's a beautiful bridge. I had heard at one time that 25th Street was going to get a bridge, but that might be a while away.
Yeah, but I go out of my way to use 36 now instead of 25th just because of the railroad. Just because the flyover goes over the railroad instead of having to wait.
Right. By the way, I just came back. Shell over by Dairy Queen is $3.87.
$3.87 at the Shell, right by the Dairy Queen on East Silver Springs Boulevard. Wonder how much Murphy Oil is, because it's right there too. I bet it's pretty cheap as well, probably.
$3.95 at Murphy.
Yeah. So there you go. If you want gas, it ain't gonna stay under $3 long, under $4 long. I promise you.
Yeah, I guess not. So I don't know. That's the way it is right now, and there's not too much you can do about it. Just to hang on there and get the old bicycle out and do a little bike riding instead of driving.
Thanks for the call, Hugh.
Okay, take care.
Yeah, Hugh's right though. That railroad crossing is really, really bad, and it's a good thing they're fixing it. But it's going to cause a snarl for the next starting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's gonna be a little aggravating for a while, but they're doing it to fix that railroad that is in emergency need of being fixed. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Are you suffering from neck, back, or leg pain? Go Green CBD Store can help you with holistic, all-natural, lab-tested products that help with pain, stress, anxiety, inflammation, PTSD, and so much more. We stock smokable products, gummies, chocolate, coffee, tea, even pain cream. Yes, we even have treats and oils for your dogs or cats. Go Green CBD is located in the Paddock Mall in the center court. We're open every day. Come in today for a free sample.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant, a true New York-style diner in Ocala. Try our breakfast special of 2 eggs served with home fries or hash browns and toast for just $4.49. We have an all-you-can-eat catfish special daily for $14.99, and Thursday through Sunday we have prime rib. Happy hour for food starts at 2 p.m. The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant is located at 5400 Southwest College Road in the Heathbrook Commons Plaza. Open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. We will see you soon.
It's bow time. Ever taste something so good you just get hooked? Like the Bo Jangler, the only fish sandwich splashed with Bo's famous seasoning. So we're having a fish fry, Bojangles style, spicing up premium fish fillets with the good stuff and slathering them with melty cheese and tangy tartar sauce to hook your taste buds with just one bite. Reel in a Bojangler today, only at Bojangles.
Catch the Bojangler at 4828 Southwest College Road here in Ocala. The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club-style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Hey folks, are you looking for some ideas or just plain advice for your garden this spring? Here's an idea. Bring a photo of your plants to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, where they've got the experts with all the right solutions. The design work is free, and the plants are the best you can buy at truly inflation-fighting prices. This week, you'll see Crown of Thorns, Kalanchoe, Christmas Cactus, African Violets, Rex Begonia, Bromeliads, and many more. The list is just too long. Prices start as low as $4.99 on your favorites, including the big 4-pack of jumbo veggies. Remember, you buy a tree at one low price, you get a second tree at half price. Only at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. They're on Southeast 38th Street, open daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place for going on 70 years.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back. Excuse me, to Ocala Talks. I just saw a funny meme about the gas prices. It said, I had a guy in front of me that was gassing up his car and he only put $10 in. He was on pump 3. Where the hell was he going? Pump 4? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Also pretty good is that it looks like, after years in the making, Ocala Marion County may finally get a little love by getting a nursing home for veterans. I remember in June of 2014, we were doing radio. Buddy Martin and I were doing radio together, the Voice of Ocala, and I went to a event where hundreds of people came out to support the county. We had become one of 6 finalists for Florida's next veterans nursing home. The Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, though, picked another site. Well, 8 years later, almost 8 years later, county and state officials have met with the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, who say that Marion County is now next in line after Collier County for a veterans nursing home. It would be put on the proposed site east of 25th Avenue and north of Southwest 14th Street. It would be built about 7 years from now. I would think that it's got to go in that where that shopping plaza is that sits with nothing in it, where the bingo hall used to be. County Commissioners Michelle Stone and Carl Zalek, as well as State Senators Dennis Baxley, State Representatives Stan McLean and Joe Harding, welcomed a committee from the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs to visit and discuss the site. Michelle opened up the meeting by saying, more than anything, our heart in Marion County is to bring the next veterans nursing home here. There was various selling points offered up, including the proposed site is close to numerous health and veteran services. College of Central Florida is also increasing its nursing program. That'll provide staff for the facility. There's a bus route. There's going to be a bunch of housing units that were just approved that will be built and open for people to rent by then. Florida Department of Veteran Affairs Deputy Executive Director Bob Astolis told officials that Collier County and Marion counties are where the next sites are expected to be based on need assessment. They want to start with filling beds in 6 current nursing homes, which have been limited by staffing issues. It will then open 2 more, as in the works, in Port St. Lucie and Orlando, build the Collier County facility, and work on the Marion County home if it's approved. He noted Collier would become before Marion because the site selection, visit, and plan are already complete, and $31 million has been raised to build that. But it looks like Marion County is finally going to get a nursing home for our veteran population. The Florida Department of Veterans Affairs has said, after Collier County, we're next. So Naples, that area, will get one, and then we're next on the list. But it's not going to be something that happens in the next 24 months. It's about 7 years out. I know that sounds like a long time, but when you're doing projects like this, 7 years goes pretty quick. I remember I always thought it was a long time. I remember in 1988 when they announced the Olympics were coming to Atlanta in 1996, people were like, oh, it's so long. And they were here before you knew it. Well, that's the same thing with this nursing home. It looks like it's going to be a long time from now, but it'll be before you know it. And, with us with over, I think the estimate was, what was it? There's 45,000 veterans living in the Marion County area. This is a much-needed entity, and that's what the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs said, was Collier County and Marion County, the next 2 sites, because of need. So there's going to be an assisted living facility, a nursing home, built here to support our veteran population. And I think that's, it's never a bad thing when we support our veterans. And a lot of them, as the boomers are getting up there in age, they need our support. The Vietnam War veterans that are now, in their 70s, they need housing like this. Some of them need this kind of care facility. And Marion County's been lacking in that for many years, and now it looks like the Florida Department of Veteran Affairs sees a need here in Marion County and is going to take care of that need. So kudos to everybody involved bringing that here to us. Also this weekend, a lot going on this weekend, a bunch going on this weekend. I'm actually doing some private party work for a junior ROTC ball and another private party event. So I'll be busy all weekend. But not only that will I be, there's a lot going on this weekend with Marion County Days. The last weekend of HITS is this weekend. That's right. With the World Equestrian Center, all the caught up with the World Equestrian Center, sometimes we forget HITS is still going on right now. And the last weekend of HITS is this weekend. Premier horse jumping, horse event. And the last weekend is, it's hard to believe it's this weekend. It's been going on since December. So HITS is this weekend. Marion County Days is this weekend. A lot going on. We'll give you an update on the stuff to look forward to on the weekend on Friday, as we always do. But those two events right there stick out. And then I found out that April 26th, I won't be able to go because it's a Tuesday, and I'm committed to do trivia at Crazy Cucumber. But April 26th, the Harlem Globetrotters are going to be here in Ocala. They're going to be at Westport High School. In about a month from now, the Harlem Globetrotters. And, as a kid, it didn't get any better than the Harlem Globetrotters. Curly Neal, Meadowlark Lemon, it didn't get any better than those guys. And so this incarnation of the Harlem Globetrotters, still very good, will be here April 26th. Hopefully, we will be able to partner with them and bring you more about their appearance in the coming weeks. But, Marion County's got a lot going on with the natatorium opening this weekend. It's a world-class venue, going to bring a lot of people here. Now the Globetrotters will be here in a month. HITS is finishing up this weekend. Marion County Days is this weekend. There's a lot going on in our community, And that's a good thing. It's a good sign for our community because the governor of our state didn't close us. So we just keep going. Marion County keeps plugging along. There's a reason that Commissioner Kathy Bryant and I both agree that out of the 67 counties, Marion County to me is the best county to live in. Out of the 67 counties of Florida, Marion County, the only other county that I think that could give Marion County a run for its money is in the state of Georgia. That's Bullitt County. And that's because I'm partial to Statesboro, which is the county seat of Bullitt County. So, but Marion County got a lot going on and a lot to look forward to. But this weekend is Marion County Days. Go out to the McPherson Center and take advantage of Marion County Days this Saturday. Take a break. Come back. More on the other side. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
President Biden travels today on a 4-day trip that will test his ability to navigate the continent's worst crisis since World War II. He'll meet with key allies in Brussels and Warsaw this week. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan.
He will work with allies on longer-term adjustments to NATO force posture on the eastern flank. He will announce joint action on enhancing European energy security and reducing Europe's dependence on Russian gas at long last.
A tornado hit New Orleans and nearby suburbs Tuesday, destroying some homes and knocking out power to roughly 16,000 homes. At least one person was killed in Arabi, Louisiana. Local officials say several others were injured, and the tornado caused widespread damage in St. Bernard's Parish. It was on this day in 1983, Barney Clark dies 112 days after becoming the world's first recipient of a permanent artificial heart. USA Radio News.
If you're like most Americans, you're pretty much in disbelief with what's going on in the world. As we all know, global problems are having local consequences. Too many of them. And if the peanut butter really hits the fan, are you ready? Grocery store supply chains are only as strong as their weakest link. Don't wait for them to break. Now's the time to secure emergency food for everyone in your family. My Patriot Supply is America's largest preparedness company. Our specially packaged and delicious food stays fresh for up to 25 years in storage. It'll be there when you need it. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and pick up several emergency food kits. There are a dozen different sizes that average over 2,000 calories per day. Our food kits will ship quickly and discreetly to your door. Having food storage in your home beats government food lines hands down. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today and prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
Cars today have more tech than the first space.
USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA, 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Don't miss the new Ocala Home Show this weekend, March 26th and 27th at the World Equestrian Center.
See everything for in and around your home.
Kitchens, baths, windows, doors, pools, spas, solar landscape, and more.
Cooking seminars all weekend.
Meet the area's elite contractors.
Hundreds of new products, thousands of great ideas.
Free admission and parking.
The Ocala Home Show, 2 days only, this Saturday and Sunday at the World Equestrian Center. Free admission.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
2 Men in a Truck.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Hey, I didn't know it rained last night.
Oh, it didn't. Why do you say that?
Because little Johnny's in the backyard playing in that big mud puddle.
Did you leave the hose on?
No, the neighbor borrowed it yesterday.
Wait, is that the side where the septic...
Johnny, get out of there!
Having septic problems? At Mike Scott Plumbing, we can make those septic worries disappear. We can pump your septic tank, repair your drain field, and, if needed, even install a whole new system. At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't take crap from anyone. We take it from everyone. 237-2888. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it. Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Coming up in the next segment, Yvette's here from Go Green CBD. We'll talk to her. But right now, I'll give you an update on where oil prices are. Oil up $6 a barrel today to $120 a barrel. Gas prices are going back up, folks. You don't think that's going to happen? Believe me, gas prices are going back up. In Ocala today, trying to get on Gas Buddy to tell you the places. The Circle K that where Hugh told us about is at $3.84. Then there's Circle K on 103rd Street Road. That's $3.87. The Murphy Oil on 200 is $3.88. Quick King on Oak Road, Murphy Express, Murphy USA. They're all $3.89. The Circle K Shell on Southwest 200 is $3.90. Circle K in Summerfield is $3.91. The Circle K on Highway 42 is $3.95, and the 7-Eleven on North Pine Avenue is $3.97. Those are your most cheapest places to go buy gas in our area. But crude oil is going back to $120 a barrel, up 4.5% just today. So gas prices are going back up too. And you know, a lot of people say the Russian issue with Ukraine is part of it. Well, now there's a new threat out of Russia. The State Department didn't have any immediate response to the new threat, but Medvedev, who is one of Putin's secretaries, Dmitry Medvedev, he was president of Russia from 2008 to 2012. He's now Deputy Secretary of Russia's Security Council. He said that the Kremlin would never allow the destruction of Russia, but that's what the United States is trying to do, destroy Russia. And they've been trying to destroy Russia since the fall of the Iron Curtain, according to Medvedev. And he says they're using the Ukraine to threaten Russia and Moscow, and now they have to defend against this support of Ukraine and how they're being used to destroy Russia. He said the Kremlin's never going to allow the destruction of Russia, but warned Washington that if it did achieve what he characterized as destructive aims, then the world could face a dystopian crisis that would end in a big nuclear explosion. Yeah, that's the deputy of the Security Council of Russia telling Washington, if you don't stop what you're doing, the end result is going to be a big nuclear explosion. Okay, so now Putin said nuclear weapons were an option, and now one of his right-hand men, the guy who's in charge of the Security Council for Russia, says if you don't back off, United States, this will end in a big nuclear explosion. How the hell is that safe? I mean, this is becoming desperate now. He painted a picture of a post-Putin world that would follow the collapse of Russia. He goes, we got more nuclear warheads than any other country. You don't know what kind of freaks, fanatics, and radicals could get a hold of those nuclear weapons. He's basically threatening that if the United States doesn't back off, it's not our fault if nuclear weapons go off. It's not your fault. What do you mean it's not your fault? You just threatened the largest and most advanced country in the free world that if they don't back off from helping the Ukraine, that you will have a big nuclear explosion? This is getting out of hand, folks. It's getting way, way, way out of hand. And I don't know what the answer is, but this is Dmitry Medvedev. He was president of Russia from 2008 to 2012, and he's now the deputy secretary of Russia's Security Council. He said the United States has conspired to destroy Russia as part of its primitive game since the fall of the Soviet Union. It wants Russia to be humiliated, limited, shattered, divided, and destroyed. This was all part of his 550-word statement. He said that if the Kremlin would never allow the destruction of Russia, but has warned Washington that if it did achieve what he characterized as its destructive aims, then the world could face a crisis that would end in a big nuclear explosion. How the hell is that not a threat? The State Department said that, they didn't immediately respond. And they've said repeatedly they don't want to collapse of Russia, that its own interests are best served by a prosperous, stable, and open Russia. But now you got one of the right-hand men of Putin threatening to, that if you don't back off, this is going to end in a nuclear explosion. So they're okay with world destruction? Because that's what happens. It's a very real reality. We saw it in movies, and, it was supposedly fiction. But that scene in War Games where the computer plays the simulation where Russia launches a nuclear warhead, U.S. launches 2, Russia launches 6, U.S. That's real life. There are things set in place that if Russia fires nuclear warheads, there are automatic things that happen to protect the U.S. It doesn't have to go to a committee. It doesn't have to be talked about. If certain things are caught on radar or caught on our surveillance that we have of the satellite surveillance we have of Russia, if certain things are launched, there's automatic responses. Automatic. And here Russia is saying, we know that and we don't care. There still could be a big nuclear explosion. Yeah, like a world-sized nuclear explosion, because that's what happens. And trying to tell me this isn't a madman? It's a group of madmen, it seems like. I mean, that's just crazy to, in a public statement, to say if the United States doesn't stop what it's doing, and the Kremlin thinks that what the U.S. is doing is trying to destroy Russia. If they do not stop the destruction of Russia, if it is achieved what he characterized as destructive aims, then the world could face a crisis that would end in a big nuclear explosion. That's the Deputy Secretary of the Security Council of Russia telling the U.S., if this keeps going the way we see it going, this is going to end in a big nuclear explosion. And you don't think that we got a problem that has been undersold to the American people? You don't think the Biden administration is presented with something that's a lot worse than what they're trying to tell us it is? Well, here's the guy right here from Russia saying, you keep it up, it's going to end in a big nuclear explosion. And this isn't a nobody in Russia. This isn't just a whack job in Russia. This is a former president of Russia who is now the Deputy Secretary of the Security Council for Russia. This is, Putin, right under Putin. This is worrisome, folks. This is something that I think that the Biden administration got some splaining to do. How that's being tolerated. Hey, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. I just don't get it. We'll be back. Take a break. We'll be back with Yvette from Go Green CBD. After this time out, you're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Folks, this week you got to check to see the big things happening at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. The Wines family is getting ready to celebrate 70 years serving the area. They're adding and expanding with new outdoor displays, more and better color and plants and trees, and the decor you want. They're fighting inflation with values like these. A truckload fruit sale starting with blueberries at 2 for $14. All the way up to avocado trees, just $169, and practically every fruit in between. They've got tons of citrus with small-sized bushes starting at just $24.99. Check this week's ad at bobwinescamelliagardens.net. Then come see for yourself. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, open daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, now celebrating 70 years in the same blooming location.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's